Morning, Oscar. Today we're going to talk about how many calories should a cat eat per day. A lot of pet owners do not know what the right amount is, and from everything I read, about 25 calories per pound will maintain a cat's weight. So if you have a 12-pound cat, if they eat 300 calories per day, the science will show that they will maintain that weight. So you have to figure that out. I also think it's important what they're getting their calories from. There's a lot of food, if you look at the ingredients, if you look at the carbs, the added sugar, it's not healthy for them, so it can lead to other health issues. I know in Oscar's case, I adopted him at 7.5, and he was 20 pounds, and I was concerned he would have health issues, and he ended up getting diabetes. And it's my understanding, like, he would eat dog food, he just kind of ate nonstop, definitely too heavy. He's closer to an ideal weight. It kind of depends on the angles. He even got down to a little bit too thin, like 10.8 pounds. So with a disease like diabetes, especially early on when they're not regulated, their metabolism could be very high. So although he had a good appetite, so that was good. Uh, he was eating more than what science would say, but it's kind of like he was one of those, it's like a human that eats everything and still gets thin, and women get jealous. That's kind of what Oscar was with his diabetes. And eventually we got it regulated, and I think he's at like 12 point something. I'll do another video to officially weigh him in. He might even be like a half a pound or 1 pound heavier. He looks kind of bigger at this angle, but for a while, like, his ribs were kind of sticking out. I still wonder, like, I don't know, when a cat gets older, he's 12 years old, like, sometimes they just kind of lose bone. Uh, I mean, just like a human, they can lose muscle mass as well. Uh, so, I mean, if they have a high metabolism, what I did is I fed Oscar a little bit more to fight it. And thankfully, he had a good appetite. In my experience, when a cat gets thin, uh, that's a sign, and that's what kind of sort of happened with Oscar. And I knew something was wrong, and he was diagnosed with diabetes. It's a good idea to take your cat into the vet when you notice a quick weight loss, and make sure, it's awesome if it happened because of exercise and eating right, uh, but a lot of times it's some type of health issue. So anyway, hopefully that helps as far as the right calories. From what I read, although it costs more, people kind of frown on that, but like wet food or even raw food, but raw food takes uh, the right training, and usually you almost got to implement a cat to do that early on. But wet food uh, is most of the food is healthier too. You kind of want low carb type of food, opposed to most of the dry food is like processed. There's maybe two or three types that are somewhat decent, but I don't know. My experience, like, because I transitioned Oscar from dry food to wet food, and it went pretty well, except I even tried like one dry food that I thought was healthy, and like there was like a lot of diarrhea and issues. And so since he went to wet food, his litter box isn't a mess. And with the diabetes early on, there was a lot of urination. There's not as much. His litter box is not bad, right, Oscar? So anyway, that's kind of my rant about nutrition for a cat. It's important. Uh, I would encourage you to do some research about it and learn a little bit more and learn how you can help your cat live longer and also live a pretty good quality of life. I mean, although Oscar's diagnosed with a few things, I think his quality of life is pretty good overall. He's still pretty independent and active, and a lot of people wouldn't know he's diabetic. And there's even maybe a chance where I could get him off insulin. His score's been a lot more stable, not not as high as in the past, that's for sure. That's another topic. Make it a great day.